Hey, everybody. This is Keith with Beardley Bourbon and Spirits. Welcome to another edition of Spirited Conversations. I am here with Mr. Steve Ewing, and if you are from St. Louis, you know exactly who Steve Ewing is. Probably the most busy person I've ever known in my life that I have the pleasure of calling my friend. Steve is a vocalist for the Urage, a vocalist for the Steve Ewing Band, a vocalist for the Steve Ewing Duo. He's vocalist for Master Blaster. You own several restaurants. You competition bodybuilder, and in your spare time, you're a father and a husband. So how the hell do you do all of that?
I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know, but I just do it. I don't. I'm kind of one of those people who don't believe in the concept of balance.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I just do it, and so if I can do it, I do it, and especially if I enjoy it, go for it. Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Yeah. See, my answer would have been, well, a lot of patience from my wife and some whiskey. That's how I make it through through the day on these things.
All of us need patience from our wives. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, my wife is quite a quite patient person if you know me, and you do. So
I'm with you.
Yeah. So just coming off a busy December here in the Midwest for some concerts and some things that you've done. El Monstero, you sang with them. But you have some cool stuff coming up that's maybe not, in the norm of what you've been doing, something you're going to be branching off to over at Broadway Oyster Bar, right?
Yeah, so I was doing some Saturday nights every once in a while at Broadway Oyster Bar, and they came and asked me if I'd like to take over the Wednesday nights and do a residency. So play every Wednesday night. I'm like, I think that'd be great. We'd have to do something interesting,
right,
to keep people's interest on a weekly basis. So we need to switch the music up a little bit, switch up some of the players and things like that. So we came up with the idea of the Steve Ewing All-Stars, which is my core band with guest musicians on a weekly basis. And then every week we do a different music style. So like we're doing a ska night, like ska and reggae, and we're going to do a punk rock night. We're going to do a Sly and the Family Stone night. So,
sweet.
Yeah, so stuff that we love, stuff that we're into, we're going to bring that to folks. So, yeah, switch it up on a weekly basis, have fun with it. And the cool thing about this is it forces me and the band guys to learn new music.
Right.
And it keeps our chops up, and it keeps us fresh. And it also keeps our audience engaged, keeps them, engaged with us. So it's good.
Sure, yeah. And adds something to do on a Wednesday night that, not necessarily, unless it's the night before Thanksgiving, not necessarily the biggest party night of the week.
Yeah, Wednesdays are good, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about, what you have coming up, but we have some great bottles here, and I know you are a whiskey, would you say appreciator, connoisseur, aficionado, enthusiast? How do you rank
I would say appreciator is the best word.
Appreciator.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really dig too deep into the intricacies of how you make it.
Right.
But I love it. I love drinking it. So.
Yeah. I think, why you don't dig deep into the intricacies of how it's made is because you don't have any time to dig into it. If you had some more time, you might dig in. I'm going to tell you what we have here, and then we can dig in. There's one bottle here that's not been opened.
Okay, I like the idea of that.
You want to open it? I'll give you the honors of opening it before we. Yeah, dig in, man. Here, go ahead. I'll tell you
that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keith is going to explain the bottle.
I will tell you a little bit about the bottle while Steve's working on the bottle. A lot of whiskey content creators, they do like their favorite top 5 whiskeys, this, that, and the other. But this particular bottle of Red Line Double Oaked, I think is there you go.
There goes the pop.
I think is my favorite bottle of whiskey from 2025.
That's a big statement.
I have had a few whiskeys in 2025, but that one kind of reigns supreme for me. I think you'll understand when you taste it. It's sweet, it's rich, it's complex. A lot of people don't know about Redline, but you know, pretty impressive company. 2 or 3 guys. That's all they are. Sourced distillate from MGP, and Taylor Morley just is amazing with finishing and blending. And they went from 3 guys, they're in like 15 or 16 states now. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, anybody who knows me and have seen the Beardly Bourbon content, they know that I'm a huge Redline fan. So I think you're starting with a great pour.
Awesome. And there is a lot of love in this.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah, for sure.
All right, there's a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to join you on that. So, a whiskey appreciator.
A whiskey appreciator.
How did you get started with? Got the cork for that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How did you get started for like on that appreciation journey of whiskey?
I've always liked spirits, and I guess maybe I got turned on to bourbon. But one of the old guys in the band, he's like, check out this Woodford.
Yeah.
And that was, that was maybe, I don't know, that was maybe like 17, 18 years ago. I had some of that. I'm like, this is really good. And I've always, like I said, I've always preferred to drink my spirits just straight up.
Yeah.
And that was my introduction to bourbon at that point. I'm like, okay,
Right.
there's a whole other world here besides, vodka and gin and stuff, so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And vodka and gin, to me, they serve their purpose, but I'm not sipping on them with any regularity.
Sure. Yeah.
I think for gin, if I just sucked on some pine needles, it would be about the same thing. But you said with a band that many years ago. I'm assuming that's the Urage.
No, I just started playing with, moved back to St. Louis. We're doing a Steve Ewing band. We started getting really busy, almost right away. So Madeline was just born, and I started playing a lot really quickly. So we went from doing a handful of shows to doing 120, 130 in a year, and then it eventually got to 200 in a year. So it got to be really busy, and they turned Nick. It was Nick Jost actually. He's younger than me.
Yeah,
he's an old soul though, and he turned me on to this, and this is great. You can just drink this So I had my introduction to whiskey was blended Canadian stuff that you put in
yeah, some Coke. Dump some Coke on it. Yeah,
yes. So craft bourbon was a whole new thing for me. Yeah. It was cool.
So 19 years later, if you're going to the store to buy a bottle, what are you reaching for? Or what's been your bottle throughout the years that you reach for?
Man, that's a good question. I wouldn't say I usually go for recommendations.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So, because you go in the store and it's just so overwhelming. Mm-hmm. There's so much, and a lot of it's going to be really good.
Right.
But it's just okay, what do I buy here? So
right.
That's what's cool about hanging out with you or talking with you. I could be I don't know, what do I get here? And you've already kind of tasted it, kind of done some research on it, and you know what I like. So it's great. It's great having those folks around.
Yeah, we've hung out a few times together over a bottle. And you would not believe the company that I work in, I'm not going to mention the name of that company, but anytime somebody's got a big celebration or a retirement or something coming up, I get messages. They're like, hey, I need to buy a bottle. We got this much money.
Yeah,
what should I buy?
What should I buy? Yep.
Yeah.
So the last really cool bottle that you did recommend that you actually brought me was that Steel Austin.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. It was awesome. I don't know what you paid for it, but it was delicious.
That doesn't matter. It was a Christmas present.
It's a nice little present. Yes, It was great.
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Let me know what you think about this.
That's awesome. Tastes like Christmas.
Yeah, it's to me that makes sense because it's complex and it's got some nice spice, but it's sweet too.
It's very spicy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super good, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for you. We got a little bit of time here to chat. I see. Look at you're already looking at the other bottles.
I am. So this is the double oak.
Yeah. We started here with the double oak.
Okay,
So,
yeah, that's delicious, man. That's great.
yeah, double oak basically. You know what double oak means, right? Do you know what double oak means?
I don't.
Okay, so double oaked whiskey or bourbon, you just pull it from the cask, from the barrel, and then you finish it again in a brand new oak barrel.
I get it.
So
Okay.
you get more of the wood flavor, more of the tannins, and it usually comes out sweeter and more layered.
Yeah,
what I like
that
about
is really
this,
good. Yeah.
yeah, and that the reason that this is like my whiskey of the year is because it brings all of those double oak flavors, but in typical red line fashion, it's 57% alcohol. So,
Yeah.
a lot of double oaked expressions like your Woodford or even the double oaked by Woodford, they're not getting over like 100 proof, and I like a little bit of proof.
Yeah, it's really good. It's tasty.
So, you have been all around the world playing music, like legitimately all around the world. You got any whiskey stories from tour?
Well,
I mean, something that we can tell that's not going to get you in trouble.
oh God, whiskey stories from the tour. Well, I don't know if it's anything like crazy, but we always have bourbon on our rider, and we're usually pretty good about it. But we've put away some pretty hefty amounts. It's like we go on like we've done the 311 cruise.
Oh, sweet.
And
Yeah.
you're on a boat, so you don't have anywhere to go. So you're just in a boat. So
Yeah.
we've put away a bottle each.
Yeah.
On the boat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're almost where I couldn't get off. Couldn't get off that boat. Oh my gosh.
The boat's rocking anyway, and you get that bottle of whiskey,
Oh my gosh.
and
Like, okay, it's time to get off the boat. Like, no.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know you guys are close with 311.
Yeah.
So it's that's super cool.
Good dudes. We've done the cruise with them a couple times, and then we've just done tons of tour dates over the years.
Yeah.
And those guys are super fun. So, yeah.
One of the craziest shows I've ever been at, by your invite, actually, was the House of Blues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, the whole freaking floor was like bouncing. There were times where I was weaving through the crowd trying to get a vantage point to take photos of the band. I didn't know if I was going to make it through, and I didn't know if that floor
was going to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was like swaying big time.
That place is barely standing. I mean, it's been there for a very long time. It's a really old building.
Yeah.
And it is it's a relic. So, I don't know. Maybe they know what they're doing in there. Like maybe they, I guess they do.
Dude, at some point, dude, based upon what I felt under my feet, I feel like we're going to have some, and I hope not, knock on wood, but I feel like there's some horrible thing in the works there for House of Blues. Is that one of your favorite rooms?
House of Blues?
Yeah.
Chicago is very unique. That one, it's because I don't know about now, but it used to house the largest collection of folk art in America.
Right.
In that one building.
Right.
So every inch of every wall has art on it.
Right.
It's really awesome. So if you get in there early during the day when there's no bands playing, it's almost like walking through a museum. It's really cool. I love that Chicago one.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's your, like, I played there, anywhere in the world. Like if I told you you can have one show at the Peak again in any room, where is it?
There's a couple, and they're a couple that I really like.
Yeah.
The one that I really like is it's not a huge venue at all. It's the Fox Theater in Boulder, Colorado. So it's the same little theater where they shot Would You Say, the Dave Matthews video.
Oh, okay.
Small video.
Yeah.
Small venue. That's probably one of my favorite places I've ever played. Just the crowd, the way the theater's set up, the way it sounds in there. It's amazing. And then, of course, Red Rocks, but one of the coolest places we played was the Roseland Ballroom in New York. And that was with Korn. So it was Urage and Korn. And, it's like the Roseland in New York. It's huge. It was amazing. It was awesome.
Right.
And so yeah, those venues are stuck in my mind as like these are the awesome places.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about that ticket, like that bill, you guys in Corn. That was a interesting mashup there of
It was. So we had the same. We were on the same record label.
Okay.
So we were on Immortal Records, and at that time it was a really small label. There was only a few bands. So you had Korn, The Urge, Incubus. And I think at the time they had just signed 30 Seconds to Mars.
well, they knew what they were looking for.
And so they knew what they were looking
Yeah,
for. And it was
yeah.
a very small label, but they did a lot of great work for all of us bands. They worked really hard, and we toured together a lot. And so, believe it or not, Urge and Korn worked really well. So we did
Yeah.
a couple big tours here in the United States, and then we did a few big tours with them in Western Europe, and it just worked well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it working. I mean, it's not like it's far-fetched in my head. It's
They're different
just-
styles of music, but the energy level is still there.
That's kind of where I was going. I mean, it's like it's high and it's driving just in different ways. Yeah, no, that's awesome. So, St. Louis kid, right? Born and raised.
Yep.
Did you always know that you were going to grow up to be Mr. St. Louis and a performer and all this? I mean, was that something you set out to do?
I knew pretty early on that I was going to be in a band. I was going to be doing that for sure.
Yeah.
Where we went with it, I don't know. I think in my mind, I surpassed all of my initial dreams.
Right.
So, what we were going to do with this band, still when I think back, I'm like, wow, we did all that. So it's pretty cool. But yes, I knew I was an athlete in high school, like a 3-sport athlete.
Right.
But as soon as I started doing music, like I realized that was going to be it for me. And by the time I graduated high school, I got serious about the Urge like right away. So I was still playing baseball a little bit.
Yeah.
But as soon as school was over, I got right into really being serious about this band.
That to me, that's like amazing and cool and scary all at the same time. It's like, that's a hell of a commitment to go and say, I'm going to be in a band.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do to make money. I mean, that's kind of.
I think it's more, honestly, I think it's scarier for my parents than it was for me. And
I get that, yeah.
And you got to figure I was only 18, 17 or 18.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm not really, and I was living with my parents, so
Right.
I'm not thinking about making money.
Right.
I'm thinking about getting out there on the road and getting, in front of people and getting gigs. That's what I'm thinking about.
Sure. Yeah.
So, it wasn't until, my early 20s that I even considered money. And at that point, we were moving along where we were touring big time, and we were on the verge of signing a major record deal. So we signed our first deal when I was like 23, 24. So we signed with Sony and Immortal. So we were on the path big time.
Yeah, and I think I already know the answer to this, but obviously supportive parents. If you got out there, did it. I mean, they probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give it up to my parents because while I don't think they were enthusiastic about me not doing the college route and that whole thing,
Right.
they knew that I was serious about it.
Right.
And so it's like if you see a kid who's really serious about something, that's like completely 100% focused on something,
Yes.
and you kind of gotta let them do it.
Well, there's no sense in fighting it.
Yeah,
right.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you fight it as a parent, and I'm a father of 4, and I learned this. I learned this. They're going to resent that.
Oh yeah.
There's always going to be that moment where they're going to look back and go, "You mother, I could have," but
Yep.
and so I think it's super that, yeah, good support structure goes like for
Big time.
everything.
Yes, a friend of mine asked me because he has some kids that are one kid that's kind of getting serious about music, and he said, "What can we do as parents to move this along?" I'm like, I don't know if there's anything you can do to move it along, but
Just don't stop it.
if that kid has a place to lay his head at night, if he has, and some food on the table, maybe,
Yes.
that's huge.
Yeah.
So, that's enough.
Yeah. I mean, and really, I mean, I think it kind of doesn't need to be any more than that, because it's going to be the buzz of the crowd, the stage high, the addiction to the performance, that if they feel that, they're going to chase that, and the food and the bed is all that's necessary.
That's all they need. Yeah. They're going to go after it. They're going to find out who they are, and they're going to explore. And if they feel like they have the space to do that,
Right.
That's all you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. I think it's easy to provide too much, actually.
It
when,
is.
when you start looking across the landscape of certain things. So you're on tour, you're touring the world, you're with Korn, you're on major record label, signed at 24. Where do the hot dogs come in? How did you wake up one day and say, I'm gonna open a hot dog restaurant?
I came in way later, so it's like a whole other life. Honestly, like my wife and I moved to LA in '99, right before the Too Much Stereo record was made. We got married, moved to LA, made the record, went on tour. The band broke up, but we stayed in LA for a long time. We stayed there for like over 7 years.
Right.
And then when she got pregnant, we moved back to St. Louis. And like I said, when we moved back, I got just crazy busy with performing. And maybe a few years in, 2-3 years in, it was like, I realized that some of these shows we were playing at, there was nobody selling food, like on the street.
Right.
Like if you go to Chicago, if you go to New Orleans, some of these other cities, and you get done with a show and you walk out, there's somebody on the street selling something, right?
Right.
Nobody was doing that. So I'm like, man, somebody needs to do this. I'm going to buy a hot dog cart. And I said this to Adam Hansbrough. He was right next to me. He's like, yeah, right, ha, ha, ha. So I bought that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I went, bought one, kind of did some research on it, bought it, and took it out, hooked it onto the back of my truck, pulled up to a gig. And he was like, holy shit, you bought that motherfucker. Do you even know what the fuck you're doing? I'm like,
I'm selling hot dogs,
I'm
man.
selling hot dogs. So I went, I got the food. And I literally jumped off the stage, fired up the food, cooked it up, and served it. And I served every piece of food I had that night on the street after I got done playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that was fun. I made some money. And I kind of put that on the back burner, brought the cart back out, did some research. And in St. Louis, you can only vend in certain places legally.
Right.
So I found a spot near a factory. I stayed there for a while. And then the Scott Air Force Base was like, do you want to come over to the base and sell food here while we're getting this other cafe? So I had another guy, Joe, who's still with me.
Yeah.
Joe was doing the grilling and the smoking and a lot of the recipes and stuff, and he really knew what he was doing. And so Joe took that over, and then I said, dude, can you run this Scott Air Force Base thing while I find this a brick and mortar?
Right.
Because all these ideas I have, I can't do in this cart. I want to do like crazy hot dogs or crazy stuff. I need a brick and mortar. So I found a place on the hill, my original spot. And it was actually a friend of mine who was running a sandwich joint out of there. And I think she was ready to just get out of the business. And I think she had been doing it her whole life. And she's like, yeah, I'm like, my dad had restaurants and he passed away. And I kind of kept it going, but I'm ready to do something else. And so I took over her lease, and it was pretty cool. The lease was like $700 a month. It was like dirt cheap.
Probably not that cheap today if you wanted to go back over there.
There's no way you can do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll take that.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we converted basically a sandwich shop into a hot dog joint, and we did really good in that spot, man. And
It's a bold move in and of itself to take hot dogs into the Italian food mecca of St. Louis.
Dude.
That's like a bold move, dude.
It was like, I think there was bets all over like the neighborhood, like.
Yeah. How long is he going to last?
How long is this going to last?
Yeah.
I shit you not, the mail lady probably like 3 years after we were open.
Yeah.
She comes up to me and goes, I'm honest with you. I didn't think you guys were going to last like 6 months in this place.
Right.
And by 3 years, we were like, we were packed on every weekend. We were packed in that joint.
Right.
But yes, we defied the odds.
Yeah.
In that little spot. But I think people were ready for it. I think they wanted some good comfort food that was like kind of out of their box, that was easy to get.
Right.
In a really cool neighborhood and a really cool spot. So yeah.
Yeah, that original location is a cool spot. Still a cool spot.
It's
to this
still
day.
a cool spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go visit just because, like, what do they put in here now? And
Right.
It's just such a cool little spot.
Yeah, going back home, right? Like
Yep.
back where it all started. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but it's kind of like the bumblebee, right? I mean, it flies because it doesn't know that it's not supposed to be able to.
Yes.
So if you want something and you believe in it,
Yep.
and you don't listen to all the bullshit, you can make magic happen.
You seriously can. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. I see you've come to the end of your double oak there.
Yeah, that was very good. That was very tasty.
So 1 to 10, scale of 1 to 10, is that like pushing a 9, or is that?
Oh yeah, that's in that 9 range, big time.
Yeah, cool.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, yeah, you could just drink that. You could drink a lot of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's even like really strong, and you still could drink it.
Right, yeah. Well, this is what I'll tell you. It's my whiskey, but it's your reputation. You help yourself. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Figure out what you want for your next pour there, and then you can help yourself, and I will follow suit. We have a marvelous finished in honey cask that
Right.
is fairly limited. Only come out this year. This is their batch 1, if I'm not mistaken. And then I get in trouble when I pronounce this bottle because I did a bunch of research, and the pronunciation I found was Tokaji,
Okay.
but the entire wine and bourbon and whiskey world tells me that word is pronounced Tokai. So
Okay.
I'm going to call it Tokai.
Tokai, yeah.
Which Tokai is, it's a Hungarian wine.
Ah, okay. I did not know. I had no clue what Tokai was.
Yeah.
What it meant. I know you got me a bottle.
Yep.
I think it was Penelope.
Yes. Yeah, it was
And
Penelope.
that was really good. I mean, that was like really enjoyable. So I'm going to try this one here.
Yeah, dig in, man.
See how that matches up.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, from a hot dog cart to 3 brick and mortars, you're at the soccer stadium, you're at the Battlehawks Stadium, you're at the Blues, you're at Enterprise, now you got a food truck. I mean, from a cart.
Yeah.
And with Adam Hansborough the whole time going, no way, dude. You don't know what you're doing. That, to me, that's funny because there's a lot of
funny.
Yeah, because I know Adam. And like I just can't picture Adam going, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah,
dude?
he's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, because he knows I talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Or my brain doesn't stop. I have tons of ideas.
Sure, yeah.
Actually taking one of those ideas and like actually doing something.
Right.
Especially as busy as we were. He's like, yeah, whatever. So just to do it and show up and to watch the look on his face was awesome.
Well, I think there's also like, can you imagine? I mean, I'm sure you thought about this, but when my first experience with you was as a fan. We've talked about this. I mean, in the book, I wrote a piece on this. But can you imagine being a fan of this just amazing band? You've just pogoed your ass off in a mosh pit. Mm-hmm. They've been running all over the stage, and you walk out the door, and the dude that was just singing to you is slinging dogs.
Yep.
That's a hell of a business model.
That
man.
might kind of mess you up a little bit. Actually.
Right. It's like, did I do acid in there?
It kind of did. I saw the look on people's face.
Right.
And you just see them go, okay, I'll go with this.
Right.
I'll go with this.
Yeah.
And then for me, the coolest thing was watching people walk away from me with food in their hand, like an enjoyment. And I just made a sale, and I made the sale of something that they enjoyed, and they're walking away and they're having food, man. Hot dogs are like, it's American food, man. It's Americana. It
is comfort, right?
It's comfort, big time, yeah.
Even it doesn't seem to matter who you are, where you come from. I mean, we have a lot of fun arguments between Chicago and St. Louis and New York
Oh,
about
sure.
our hot
Hell
dogs,
yeah.
but everybody loves hot dog. A good one, right? Everybody
good
loves
one.
a good hot dog.
And that's the thing. So when you say hot dogs, like a lot of people want to associate a hot dog, but they just haven't had a good one.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. I tell people the same thing about bourbon, by the way.
Correct.
If somebody tells me, I hate whiskey, well, two things. You don't know how to appreciate it, and you've never had the right
You
kind.
haven't had a good one. Yeah.
Right.
And so the same thing, and I'll have people all the time be like, this is the best hot dog I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of really good hot dogs out there. You aren't consuming those.
Right. Well, the problem I have with your hot dogs is I have my coined order.
Yeah.
And I can't get past it. Like I've only ever
Yeah.
tried like maybe 2 things off your menu.
That's perfectly fine,
Ate
yeah.
at your place a lot, but bacon, Jamaican, add pineapple, dude.
That's my jam. That's my jam.
That's like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yep.
And word of warning, if you go to Steve's and order cheese fries,
It's a lot.
it's a lot of
lot,
cheese
yeah.
fries. It's a shareable.
It's definitely shareable. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah, that's super good.
There's a whole lot of smoke in there.
Yeah, it's interesting because what comes across to smoke is what comes across as smoke to you comes across more like there's a little smoke to me too, but it's on the sweeter side of things.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. But I definitely see how you're getting the smoke.
That's good.
Yeah. What I think sets this one apart from the other Tokai finishes that I've had, and no disrespect to Penelope, because Penelope Tokai finish is an amazing bottle, but this one brings some proof.
Oh, yeah.
And I think when you're going to be finishing whiskeys, I think for me personally, and I'm not paid by Redline to say this, guys, I'm not, but Taylor, the blend master, the barrel master at Redline, he's amazing at balancing proof with profile.
Cool.
Like it's just, you're getting those notes, you're getting an amazing whiskey, but you also know that you're drinking whiskey. This is not like syrup, like some of it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's good. It's really good.
yeah. So tell me about this food truck. I mean, that's a brand new thing for you guys.
Yeah, the food truck was something that just was inevitable for us. We've been getting requests for it since the whole food truck thing took off here in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. Like, you got a food truck? And I'm like, yeah, we don't. Because I started this company from a mobile standpoint.
Right.
And we still do a lot of mobile setups, just not with the truck.
Right.
And it's a lot of hands-on labor. And I'm like, it's going to be hard for me to run the truck and do everything else I do. So I didn't have the bandwidth to do a truck. Mm-hmm. Now I do. I have, 2 business partners, and we have multiple managers. And so we now have the infrastructure to run the truck.
Right.
And do a good job at it. So it was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of requests for catering, for festivals. A lot of the shows that I do are food truck events.
Right. Yeah. Well, one that pops into my head is the Bourbon and Brews.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big food truck event.
This will be the first year that I'll be doing Bourbon and Brews with my own truck there.
Are you going to jump off the stage and go sling dogs in the truck?
I might have to do that. I might have to do that.
Yeah. I mean, for nostalgia's sake, right?
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just gotta do it. I bet you if you you're not gonna struggle to sell any food anyway, but if you literally at the end of that set, if you told people I'm going to the truck to serve dogs, I bet you it would be like
It'd be crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it would be like the Pied
So
Piper.
I did what you're explaining right there. I did that for years and years and years. Every festival we played at, I didn't have a truck, but I'd have a tent with the grills and the whole booth set up.
Yeah.
And I would literally go do that. Even at Urage shows, I remember we did Taste of St. Louis one year. And the Urage, we were headlining out in Chesterfield. And Steves Hotdogs was there. And I was selling hot dogs before the Urage went on. And I was selling hot dogs after the Urage got off. So I've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah. It's like one feeds the other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And that was when it was just me. This is before I had business partners and other folks to help me out. So it was really me like overlooking what was happening with my business. Mm-hmm. So it was really hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything entrepreneurial comes with a bucket full of challenges, and yeah, I can only imagine. So, do you have anything new on the horizon? We've talked a lot about the food. Do you have anything new on the horizon, music-wise? I mean, we talked about Broadway and your residency there, but is there anything else on the horizon you want to mention?
So I'm working on recording some stuff for Steve Ewing. We'll probably have some stuff in the can this month. Try to release a 45 in the spring. Trying to finish a couple Urge singles up this month. Yeah. January is usually a slower for us. We can get in the studio.
Right.
We need new music this year, and we have stuff in the can, just getting us together to finish it up.
Right.
And then I've been doing some work with a band called Boomtown United, which is a straight traditional ska band,
right,
based out of St. Louis. And we wrote 2 new songs last year, and I think we're just going to try to drop those real quick. Try to have a single out for Record Store Day.
Nice.
So yeah, just on the music tip, just staying really busy. And I've been doing guest vocals with other bands. There's a band called Gorilla Theory.
Yep. Heard of them.
We're doing a show together at the end of January, and I recorded the lead vocals for their first single that they're going to release soon. So that'll be cool to like debut the single and then do the show with them this month. So
right.
Yeah, we did that. We did the single last summer. So yeah.
Yeah. Dude, every time we talk, it amazes me how you find the time. Like seriously, it amazes me how you find the time to do all the stuff. And still, I still know that you and the wife and the daughter, you're taking your trips and you're hanging out together, and you go to KU to see the daughter off to school, and I mean, it's amazing to me that you're able to pull all this off.
It's a juggle, but you know what? I think anybody who runs businesses and has kids, I don't think I'm doing anything different than they're doing. You know, I mean, I think
well, you're just doing your reality, right?
Yep, I think most entrepreneurs with families are doing the same thing, you know. So yeah.
So I want to kind of bring up something that we've talked about in the past, because it ties in with some people that we both know, and ties into where I live now in a place you used to find, kind of near and dear to your heart when you were a younger guy running around. When you told me once upon a time when you started getting like really notable here in St. Louis, like when people started figuring out who you were, it was really hard for you to go somewhere, have a drink, cut loose, and party. Mm-hmm. So you jump on the train and you'd ride down to Southern Illinois and go party in Carbondale.
Sure, yeah.
So and then what was that like for you? I mean, I guess it wasn't very unique for you to like play at a place where you'd partied before, but you took your place that you would go where you could party unnoticed, and then the Urge started playing at the biggest room in Carbondale there, so you kind of, you started playing at Copper Dragon and things like that. Did you go back to Carbondale and party after you took the band there? And
that was like, there was a period of time right after high school, where we were doing the band thing. We were kind of serious. We were serious, and we were trying to get out in as many markets as we could. If I had some downtime and I wanted to get out of St. Louis, I knew I could hop on that train for cheap, and go meet up with some friends in Carbondale.
Gotcha.
And so the cool thing about that was that it was almost like a networking thing, because if it was hanging out, all those people would be at the show next time we played.
Right.
So it's like, it's such a small community.
Yes.
And everybody gets to know each other really fast.
Yes.
And it was a little different then. This is before, the crazy internet stuff.
Sure.
Like word spread.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like the
Carbondale parties are like legendary, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, it's...
And so, yes, we're playing at the, not Copper Dragon, the other one.
Pinch, like the Pinch Penny.
The original venue we played at is I'm drawing a blank here, but we were playing there in the late '80s, and
Right.
they were just coming. And I could say this, and that's going to bring 20, 30 people.
Right.
So if you had a party, you know, hanging out, like I'm in a band called the Urage, and you should come check us out. You know what I mean? Like folks come check you out.
Right. Yeah, it was the beer garden, right? That the place that had the beer garden, or
The Hangar 9.
Hangar 9. Okay, that's the
Hangar
one you're
9.
talking. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Is it? I heard. So I heard a little story that you may have convinced the owner of Pinch Penny Liquors to let you guys film a little bit of video in there for going to the liquor store or something to use on stage.
We did film something in there, and I know there's footage of it someplace,
Yeah.
but I don't know I don't know where it is or what.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I talked to Jimmy, the owner. I talked to Jimmy just recently,
Yeah.
but yeah, he opened that place. I'll never forget. Yeah, Pinch Penny, and then they opened up the Copper Dragon next door.
Yeah.
We were the first band to play in there.
Right.
We walk in the place. This was probably like 99 or 2000. And I'm like, this place is too nice. Like, you shouldn't let us be in here.
Right.
And man, as soon as the first note hit, within 2 minutes, the place was destroyed. It was just destroyed.
Jimmy was, so that was like a family business, right? There was the dad and two brothers. Jimmy was the older brother, right?
Yep.
So, because Greg is the guy that I know from Pinch. So
Yeah,
Jimmy's
good folks,
yeah, really, really good stuff. So we've talked about a lot of stuff, and it's always great to sit down and catch up. But there's a lot of people that are going to be kind of watching this, and I think for some folks in St. Louis, it's nostalgia, to kind of hear
Big time, yeah.
hear the Urge stuff. But when you talked, and I'm certain that you've kind of told these stories before, but maybe some folks that are going to be listening to this that are not from around here, what would be like one of the coolest experiences you've had from being on tour? I mean, because there's a lot of horror stories, being out on tour. It's a grind. It's not easy. But what was one of those moments where you're like, humanity's pretty okay, and this was cool?
Well, I mean, on a daily basis, my thing was to get out of the bus, get out of the van, just get up early in the morning, get lost. So like go hang out with wherever you're at. And I'm in, as you know, I'm into fitness, and I try to find a gym every morning in every city. And I found by doing that, it was a great way to network with people or just meet people and say, I'm in a band and playing tonight at this venue, and you give away free tickets and stuff, and
Sure.
you meet great people. And I remember the first trip to Europe, we were in Spain. I hit this gym, whatever, and just people just come up to you and just start talking. And like, I'm in a band, and
Right.
you give out tickets. Like, I think I gave out like 5 free tickets at this gym, and the entire gym showed up at the venue, man. It was like, oh my God, it was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So just little stuff like that. I always try to go out and do some outreach, and like I said, just try to get lost in every city. And I still do that. Still go out and just explore.
Yeah, I think I get to travel quite a bit for work, and work is cool, but having those moments where you can immerse yourself in local community.
Yeah.
Like down in Mexico, I get to travel to Mexico for work sometimes, and some of the best times I've had have been like in places no one's ever heard of.
Right.
It's just like awesome people. They're
Yeah.
So I totally get that.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
Some great little towns. Gosh, I've kind of fell in love with Strasbourg in France.
Yeah.
Little small town, whatever, on the French-German border. Like, just not really much going on. Just people just doing their thing. This would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice to just like buy a little cottage, hang out there.
Just chill out.
Just
hang out, drink beer at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do when you're when you're in Europe. Yeah, drink beer at 7. Maybe get some wine or something there. Yeah. Steve, I appreciate it, buddy. It's always a pleasure to talk. Is there anything on your mind you want to say? Anything we didn't, maybe something you want to advertise or push out? Floor is yours if you have any final thoughts.
Yeah, just the Urge is going to be very active. We're getting more and more active as we kind of get going here. It's crazy. What we're seeing is just more and more younger folks showing up at the shows, and
Right.
we're having some more availability on what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep an eye out for what the Urge is doing in 2026. There's already a good 6 or 7 festivals on the book, and then some really cool stuff happening in July in St. Louis with the Urge. I can't give you all the details, but just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I'm interested. July's a good month for me, so
Yeah.
it's the weather in St. Louis in July is super hot, but
It's hot,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's always a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. You mentioned you had new music come out. How long has it been since the Urge has dropped new music?
We haven't put anything out new since Galvanize, and that's probably 10 years. It's crazy to think that was 10 years ago, but time flies.
Yeah,
So it's been a while, yeah.
yeah, for sure. All right, my friend. Cheers. Thanks for taking the
Cheers.
time.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Keith, Beardly Bourbon and Spirits, from Mr. Steve Ewing. Until next time, cheers.
Awesome.